Hey gamers, it's Kristin and I have a favorites video for you guys today. I haven't done favorites in a very, very long time. I did not end up doing a 2018 Game Changers. Quite frankly, I just ran out of time and it's just too late. It's March already, for the love of Pete. So I just decided some of these things actually are favorites that I've had for the past year. They're kind of like my top, kind of, you know, well, I guess a couple of them are. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll kind of talk through, you know, I'll talk to those as I go through them. So I just have an assortment in here. I have one fail even. So let's just jump in, shall we? So currently the foundation that I'm loving is one that I had picked out to use up, and I started using it again and I was like, yes, I just love this foundation. So that's the Lancome Tint Idole 24-Hour Foundation. So I have it in the shade, I think it's 100. Trying to see, yeah, 100. It's a touch light for me, so I can make it work on my face with a little bit of bronzer. It's not a big deal, especially right now with it's still, you know, snowy and blustery outside, and so my face hasn't seen the sun in quite some time. By the way, I know I need to I still have my Valentine's Day decorations back there. I'll get those changed out. Just, you know, it's fine. Spread a little love. So anyway, I really have enjoying this currently, and I'm testing this a little bit, so I don't want to speak to this too much, but I am enjoying this. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I got this in the shade 4. It's a little dark for me right now, so today actually I have these comboed on my face, and they work really well together. They work great on their own, but they also work very well together. So really loving this. My favorite application with this, in case you are curious, is a makeup sponge. So this is the Beauty Junkies Pro Contour Blender, I think is what it's called. I love this. It's my favorite. It feels the most like a beauty blender to me, but it has this flat on it. It's much less expensive. But anyway, so that's my favorite application method with this. All right, powder foundation. I got this one back in April, and so I guess I've had it almost a year now. And I didn't use it for the first, I don't know, like 3-4 months. I just had it waiting for me to test. I do that sometimes. And I don't know if you guys can see how much I've used of this. I would say I'm darn close to hitting pan on it. This is the Dior Capture Total. I should tell you what it is, right? In the shade 20. This is just such a smooth, delightful powder foundation. I'll try to see if you guys can... It's hard. It's always hard to show foundations like that, but I just love this. It just makes your face look like perfection. So I do have this over the top of my the Lancome today. I'm still L'Oreal. That's the same difference, right? Okay, let's move on to bronzer. If you guys watch my lives, there's a handful of you that watch. I do a lot of Instagram lives. It's just fun. It's a way for me to connect with you guys when I don't have the time to actually, you know, do my makeup and film a video. I just do my makeup and chit chat with you guys. So if you haven't caught one of my lives, everybody always asks me what time I do them. I don't have a set schedule. I don't have a set day that I'm going to do them. But if I do come on and do one, it's usually between 6:30 and 7 in the morning Central Time. Anyway, so I've broken the top off of this, but this I've been using forever. You can see how much of this I have used up because it was domed. This is the Found Baked Bronzing Powder in the shade 50 Golden Bronze. So I got this at Walmart. Again, I've broken the top off. I got this at Walmart. I love this bronzer. I think it's my favorite bronzer I've ever used. I'm gonna put some on my hand here so you can see. That's a double swatch so that you guys can see it. It just works so well for light to medium skin, especially, you know, in the winter. And I don't really get that much color in the summer, but it looks like it's part of your skin. It adds that little bit of depth. It doesn't pull too orange. It doesn't pull too brown. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love how it looks on the skin. I think it's a great product. It's like $9. A blush, I have 2 blushes that I've been loving, and we're gonna stick with this. I bought both of the blush. I think there's 2. I think there's a rose one that I have, and then this one. This is the standout for me. This is Peach Glow, again by Found. I'm gonna try to... Wait a minute, I had this turned up for my live today. I was like, why is that blowing it out? So anyway, that's where it is. I just dropped my fail on the ground. I just want to build it up a little bit for you. On the cheeks, it's so, there you go. It's so pretty. If you have a medium skin tone, I'm not sure this would show up very well on you. But if you are pasty like me, this is beautiful. I can think of a lot of my friends that should have this. It's awesome. I just really, really like it. Again, for me, a blush has to become part, now I feel like that's too dark. A blush has to become part of my skin. If I can see it sitting on my skin, I don't love it as much. I'm not wearing it today. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have time to film a video. I'll tell you what I'm wearing at the end. But anyway, it's just stunning. All right, so the next one was a gift from Melissa Prada when I went down to visit her for her wedding dress shopping. We had such a great time. She had given me this. It's a Pixie Glow Cake. Pixie Glow Cake. In pink champagne glow. You guys, this is really pretty. Now, I don't go over here. I just run my brush through this kind of, as I'm looking at it, the left half, so through here. And it's really, really pretty. It doesn't have as good of a finish, in my opinion, as the Found, but it does give a little bit of a glow, and it's called a glow cake, right? Didn't I just say that? Yeah, Pixie Glow Cake. And it really just adds a little, again, I'm not wearing this today either, but it's just a really pretty, and then you can, I will swirl it in all of them on my cheeks, and then I'll go just right here with a different sort of brush and just add a little highlight when I use this. I love that. I've not gone over here. You probably could. I just haven't. So that's who I've been using and loving it. Okay, let's move on to eyes. And let me get this out of my way. So this is something that I don't think you can purchase anymore, but I wanted to mention it. I had said something in my live today, and everybody was like, "But you should talk about it because then we'll pull it out of our stash." So I'm going to talk about it. I have loved this so much. It's the Pixie, it was by Chrissy Teigen. I think that's what her last name is. And it's the Cinnamon Churro, the single. I like the highlight as well, but the single eyeshadow, it's just so pretty. I feel like I might have talked about this in a favorites towards the end of the year, but it's great. It's like the perfect one shadow look too. You can put that on with a flat shader brush and then use a fluffy brush in the crease and you're done. It's so pretty. I've worn it so much over this year. So like I said, some of these things have been long time favorites. I'm just finally getting a chance to talk to you guys about them. Okay, this is a newer product. I think I showed this in a haul. This is the Kat Von D Lolita palette. And I would say I pretty much have stayed most over here. I have used these shades as well, but I've really been enjoying this. It's a nice kind of rosy, without, like, I didn't like the rosiness of the Urban Decay Naked 3. That just wasn't my preference. But this one I love, and her mattes are just amazing. I really enjoy her mattes. What I've been pairing this with, because I really like to have a little bit of shimmer on my eyelid, is the L'Oreal Infallible in Blinged and Brilliant. I'm just going to show you what this looks like. You have, and also, I'll grab the other thing that I've been pairing it with. This is what I paired it with yesterday. It's by Anastasia. I just have it in a matte quad. It's Pink Champagne, the shade right here. So in case you've never seen Anastasia Pink Champagne, girl, get on that. And then the Blinged and Brilliant. I've been using both of these with the Lolita palette. So this is the Pink Champagne, and that's Blinged and Brilliant. And you guys can tell I'm out of practice. I'm having swatch situations. So I don't love an all matte look, but I love her mattes. So I have, when I've traveled, I've taken this and this for the most part. And I almost always toss this quad in when I travel too. This is just Shroom by MAC, Quarry, nope, lies, Ho by MAC, and then that's Sketch, and then Anastasia's Pink Champagne. So I almost always have that with me, and then I've been traveling with this. I just really, really like the mattes, and that I don't know, it's my favorite. Okay, let's talk about an eyeliner that I had no idea was so good. This is the Trish McEvoy eyeliner, Intense Gel Liner in Deep Aubergine. I have a feeling that the other ones would be just as good as this one, but I'm trying to see how I can show you how, like, it's just effortless, super creamy, stays really well on my upper waterline, doesn't transfer down to my lower waterline, blends out really nicely on my upper lash line. love this, and it stays put. I really, really like it. I am very curious. I'm just grabbing a little wipe out. I am very curious now about, you guys know how I love the Essence. That's my favorite black one. It's like $3. But I am curious about the black in the Trish McEvoy to see if it stays put, because I keep being worried that the Essence one is going to go, it's going to go away, because sometimes it's tricky for people to find. Okay, so let's talk about mascara. This is the Thrive mascara. I did not like this at all when I first started using it, and of course it's not what I'm wearing today either. Sorry you guys, not my norm. This is the brush, not my favorite kind of brush. Again, when I opened it, didn't like it, but as it's been open and as I've used it throughout a month or so, I really have started to like it. It gives you a defined and lengthened. It doesn't add a lot of volume, so it works well if you're pairing it with another mascara that has some volume to it. You can do that, or you can build it up a little bit. It's just not going to give you the volume. Like right now, I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on my eyelashes, and that one is just meant for volume. This one is more meant, in my opinion, for lengthening and sort of separating. And it is kind of a tubing, so it's tricky to take off. Just keep that in mind, but I really have liked this. I'm surprised because, like I said early on, I was like, nope. It's actually called the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions, which is why I was saying it's meant for length. So if you have this and didn't like it right away, maybe go back to it or leave it open on your desk for 15 minutes or something, you know what I mean? And just give it a second shot, because as it's gotten older, it's gotten better. Kind of like me, like a fine wine. All right, one lip product, and this was a gift for Christmas from a subscriber of mine, and she's become a friend as well. And it's by Cicely Paris, and it's the Le Phyto Rouge in the shade 20. It's so pretty. I could have worn it today. I just threw on a quick gloss today, but look at how pretty that is. I love the shape of the bullet. I'm so super careful when I apply it. It's a creamy, I was trying to say, there's no scent. It's a really creamy, nice opacity, stays a decent amount of time. It reminds me kind of the Chanel formula, and it comes in this really cute little velvet case. So I just wanted to speak to that. I really like it. I know it's expensive, but I really, really like that. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna stick this somewhere in the video. It is the next day from when I filmed my favorites video. But I got done, put everything away, and I just had this nagging, like you're forgetting something. And I went off to the day I was helping my friend at her quilt shop, and I had forgotten the Becca gloss that I had on my lips yesterday. This right here. I had set it down after filming, and I was like, well, I'm sure I have something in my purse. I went and grabbed out this lip product, and I was like, Kristin, this is the one that I've been going to since I got it. And I actually was surprised that when I got it, how much I loved it. I've talked about it a bunch on Instagram, but I wanted to make sure that I talked about it here because I really like it. I don't know that it's everybody's cup of tea, but I really like it. So this is, and it's the combination of the two really. This, I was trying to see, there's no, either I've worn off the packaging that was on it, or I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's the, I don't have the box anymore either. I think I gave it to one of my church cuties. This is the lip gloss, although I think it has a different name, from IGXO, and it's in the shade Maxine, and it's the one that Sam Schuerman did in collaboration with IGXO. And I know that she has a code. You can get it for $12, I think, is how it works. Plus shipping, maybe? I don't remember. But I would buy this again and again and again. I really, and I wish they had more shades in this finish. They don't. From what I could tell on their site when I looked, they just have this. So it's a very thick, opaque gloss. It's like a glossy lipstick sort of a thing. So that's just a little bit, you can see how opaque it is. It wears really well. And I can remember when I first got it, somebody asked me if they thought it was sticky. And I was like, yeah, it's a little sticky, but it's not, everybody's version and perception of sticky is different is what I want to say. So I think that it's sticky in so much as if your hair blows into it, yes, it's going to stick to it. It's a thicker consistency, but I like it because it stays on my lips a long time, looks glossy, it wears off nicely. Because of the shade on me, just straight on, the shade doesn't look delightful on me, but if I pair it with a couple of different, I have a couple of different pencils. This one is Dervish by MAC. Anything that just has, let me show you the color of this. It just sort of grounds it a little bit more for me. So I will line my lips and then completely fill it in with Dervish, and then I go over the top with this. I just absolutely love it. And I like the applicator too. It's kind of flat on both sides. So I didn't want this favorites video to go by without me talking about this. I think it was sold out and now it's back in stock or something. I will list whatever I can find. I'll list Sam's code for you below. IGXO has no idea who I am. I just really, really like that product, and I just couldn't let this favorites video go by without me talking about it. And then lastly, I have a fail. So from the Lolita collection, I had a win and I also had a fail. I love how this looks originally when you very first put it on, and it's the Everlasting Glimmer Veil in Lolita. I'll show you what it looks like. But it disappears if you just put on one coat of it, and then go like that, it just sort of disappears. And then if you add another coat, all of a sudden about an hour later, it's all balled up on your lips. I don't know, it's beautiful, but it just doesn't seem to work. So I was kind of disappointed in that. Wanted to show you guys, and you will have just plain glitter left on your lips too. It's kind of, I mean, it does say Glimmer Veil, so one shouldn't expect anything different. But if you have had a different experience with this, or you found a better way to use it or something like that, I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you've done, or if you love it, why you love it, and that sort of thing. I would also love to hear from any of you that have some favorites. It's been so long since I've done one, so if you're, my gosh, you guys are rookie mistake. My memory card was all in full right at the end of my video. What I was saying before I so rudely cut off is, if you have a favorite that you've loved for the past month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, since it's been so long, I would love for you to tell me one of your favorites. I have been kind of, as you guys know, kind of out of the loop. Life has just been a little bit crazy, and I'm trying to, to rearrange things so that I can get back into the loop and see what's out there, see what people are loving, and that sort of thing. So I would love for you guys to share one of your favorites with me. Okay, I will tell you very quickly what is on my face today. I told you the foundation that I have already. For blush today, I have an oldie but a goodie, the Smashbox Blush in Flush. And on my lips, I have the Becca Glow Gloss in Foxglove. I love these, for the record. I felt like I had talked about those already, which is why I didn't talk about them this time. And then on my eyes, I just have a little bit of MAC Quarry in the crease, and then all over the lids, I have the Bare Minerals Loose Shadow in Queen Tiffany. And then I have a little bit of MAC Sketch to deepen things up. And I think that that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being patient with my very sporadic uploads. I'm going to try to be better, I promise. I hope that you guys are having a good one, and in everything that you do and say, be beautiful. Bye.